What is good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, we got a little bit of Nintendo news. It's news in a way. It's kind of a rumor, but it's also kind of like, yeah, this definitely could lead to something. So more of a discussion video, just a heads up. Guys, basically what's happening is Nintendo right now, guys, with the freaking Nintendo Switch. How many years has this thing been out? 5, 6? We going on 7? I don't know. We've talked about this in a previous video. We're getting to the point where it's like, yeah, they could just keep the Switch for a little bit longer, but I think the sales are probably going to start declining. Now, apparently there is a new rumor going around. I don't know if it's necessarily a rumor. It might be an actual report that Nintendo sales, which are kind of crazy to think about because the movie just came out, and we just got the new Zelda OLED. But even with all of that, apparently, as a whole, sales are down about 20% right now. Now, I think that could just be a reflection of the Nintendo Switch. Most likely not Nintendo as a company, because like I said, the movie came out, and I know that movie is making tons and tons and tons of freaking money. But with the Switch declining in sales, even with the new OLED that just came out, what does that mean going forward? We talked about it. We talked about rumors of a potential new Switch in the works. I feel like when a company starts to see a decline in sales, that's when they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we actually need to work on something. Because who knows, maybe up until now they haven't been working on a single thing, even though, once again, there have been a lot of rumors of them working on different things. You would think they'd have something like in the works, like, hey, let's talk to some of these companies. Let's see if we can work on some prototypes and things like that. I feel like companies are always doing that no matter what. But yeah, with 22% decrease in sales right now, like, yeah, that's going to probably put the fire under Nintendo. So once again, what does that mean going forward? Personally, I said it in the last video. I was like, I don't see us coming out. I don't see them coming out with a new Nintendo Switch this year. I could see them maybe, and this is a big maybe at the end of the year doing like a little teaser, like maybe a Nintendo Direct. Maybe they tease something like, hey, keep an eye out, 2025, big news, just something. Like, they don't even have to tell us what it is. They could just literally be like, hey, we're going to announce something next year, and then everyone's going to be like, what is it? Is it a new Mario game? Like, you know what I mean? They could literally do any sort of teaser announcement, and that would probably be enough for people like me and other people around the world who love Nintendo just to be like, what is it? What is it? And you know Nintendo is smart. They're not going to just drop it on us. They're going to give us that little teaser, kind of like what they did with Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I think they teased this game, like 2 years ago? They're like, hey, it's in production, and that was enough. Like, that was enough for people to be like, yes, let's get that game, and then it was like 2 years later, which is fine. I'm not mad at people taking forever to make a game, especially when you know it's going to be amazing. Take your time. Same with consoles. Back to the topic, Nintendo could take another year or two to get this thing perfect, and I wouldn't be mad at that. We still have tons of amazing games to play on the Switch. I feel like most of the gamers who strictly play on Nintendo, let's face it, guys, we're not really looking for those, like, insane graphics. We have other consoles that do the job, or at least some of us do. Maybe some of y'all are like, bro, I can't believe you have other consoles besides Nintendo. Yes, I have a lot of other consoles, and guys, let's face it, that's kind of how it's always been. Nintendo has always been known for their freaking Marios and Zeldas and amazing first-party games, but at the end of the day, almost always, the other competition has always been a little bit better when it came to graphics and like the processing and stuff like that, the hardware, all of that. So it is what it is, but guys, y'all let me know, do you think a decline in profit for Nintendo most likely means, yeah, they need to do something? Like, what does that mean? Are they going to just, oh, let's come out with a new Mario game? Yeah, they could do that, and they could do like a limited Mario Switch, which honestly, I'm surprised we never got like a real Mario Switch. We got one, right? And it had red Joy-Cons, and then it had a red dock, which, don't get me wrong, I thought those were pretty sick. But in terms of like the box and everything, it was just, I think it was plain. Like, I don't even think Mario was on there. I think people were just like, yeah, it's the Mario edition. And it's like, why is this the Mario edition? Like, what about it says Mario? Maybe it came with like a Mario case or something. But I would love, personally, if we got something like that maybe before they came out with a new Switch. But guys, once again, I kind of just like to open up the discussion here on this channel. So you guys let me know, do you think maybe that next generation Nintendo console is a little bit closer than we originally thought. Like I said, the last video we talked about this, I was kind of saying maybe, like big maybe next year. But more realistically, I could see them squeezing it out until like 2026. Nintendo could be like, hey, here's another Switch Lite, or here's the, here's what they'll do, because they love doing this with their handhelds. Here's the Switch Lite XL. So it's going to be like a Switch Lite, and then maybe they'll just make the screen bigger. I've caught on to Nintendo's schemes over the years. You have like the freaking DS, and then they did like the 2D or the 3DS and then the 2DS, and then they started doing like the XL versions, which as from a business point of view, honestly incredibly smart. Like, hey, let's put out a console and let's make the screen this big, but we know at some point there's plenty of room to expand that screen. We can just call it the XL or the 2 or the Pro or whatever. So maybe like a Switch Lite Pro or a Switch Lite XL could be something Nintendo would do just to kind of push those profit margins out a little bit further, at least for the time being. So I don't know, guys. I feel like it's going to take another huge hitting game. Although we have Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, you would think that would be enough to like boost the sales and kind of put them back where they were. But I think at this point it's like, all right. Once again, it's been what, 5-6 years now, and usually the gap between consoles with Nintendo is around that time period, about 5 to 6 years. I think the Switch, I don't know if it's the longest lasting Nintendo console, but I think it's getting there. I think maybe the Nintendo Wii might have been the one with the biggest stretch. I might be wrong. Somebody let me know down below, but I don't know, guys. We're getting to the point, and it's like I said, I'm a huge Nintendo lover, a huge Nintendo collector. They can do whatever they want at this point. I'm just kind of opening up the discussion and kind of speaking on behalf of what I'm sure a lot of other people are thinking, like, hey, we want better graphics. It's been long enough. Come on, give us some better graphics. So, guys, it is what it is. Drop some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think we're going to get a Switch 2 or a Switch Pro, or let's just say the next generation Switch console a little bit sooner than maybe later. Maybe we're looking at 2025, 2026 rather than 27 or 28 or maybe 2030 at this point. Who knows? Let me know down below, guys, if you want to see other Nintendo news videos. Y'all check out the playlist below. Hit subscribe. You can stay in the loop. And we also do Nintendo unboxings. We do reviews. And then we do Nintendo hunting as well. Y'all make sure to go check out those videos. We go out in the wild. We go to like pawn shops, thrift stores. We go to Target, Walmart, like anywhere and everywhere we can go just to find cool Nintendo stuff. So, guys, I appreciate all of y'all. Until next time, peace.